You're welcome back to Face on City TV. My name is Umaru Sanda. My guest is the Minister for Sports, Honorable Mustapha Ussif. You're asking for $25 million for AFCON and World Cup. Outrageous, isn't it? Considering that the cap itself is not worth that.
Which cup are you talking about? What about the World Cup?
Okay, but tell me how you...
But you just mentioned that we are doing that for African Cup of Nations and World Cup.
Okay.
Is the World Cup not worth more than $25 million?
So give me the breakdown. How much is going for AFCON and how much is going for World Cup?
You know, as a country, we are blessed to have qualified for African Cup of Nations. And once we have qualified, we have to start preparing ourselves. I've realized that after having been here just for 2 months, that normally we wait till the year of tournament, then we start getting ourselves prepared. So I had a discussion with His Excellency the President that I want to move away from that. Aside the African Cup of Nations, we also have 8 matches to play as qualifier to the World Cup. And all those 8 matches have to be played this year. Then aside these 8 matches, if we qualified, we still have to also participate in World Cup 2022. So you have 2 major tournaments in 2022. That's the AFCON, which is the earlier part of the year, then also World Cup somewhere middle part of the year. Aside that, we have a good number of other tournaments that we are going to participate. The women tournament as well. And I just want to refer, we have the Women International Window that we have to participate in. We have the CAN, that's the local blasters, also have to play it in December this year, all in this year. We also have Women International Window again in September this year. We have, apart from the 8 matches, we have also training, if we have to also prepare ourselves.
But these ones you are mentioning are not captured under the 25. I want to know, I want to know the components of the $25 million you're asking for.
Currently, it's an estimate that we have done of our programs and activities from this year all the way to 2022.
Yeah, but just on the Black Stars and just on AFCON
let me learn. I said we have a program as a ministry, not only for blasters. Let's shift our focus from blaster. It is national teams. We have under 17 national teams. We have under 20 national teams. We have under 23 national teams. We have also the senior national team. Aside this, the women football too, the same. And all these teams have tournaments that they have to engage. Either they are qualifying matches or they are going to participate in those tournaments. We've done estimate for all our national teams, and we think that we will need an estimated figure about $25 million US.
Are you suggesting now that the launch that the president did on Monday, the $25 million requests, which government has committed $10 million, is not just for the Black Stars? It's
not just for the Black Stars. That's what I'm saying. That even if you look at my presentation yesterday, I don't know whether you had an office a press. I said, listen, the whole national teams. We have national teams that normally we struggle for them. As we speak, we are owing the Black Queens, and you remember there was their bonuses. The Black Princess, their bonuses. The women, teams. We are owing them their bonuses, and they are coming here every day. There is no budget for them. We need to take a decision. I can't come and sit here as somebody who have to lead this ministry. I will not take initiative to be able to resolve these issues.
So what percentage is going to the Black Stars? Of
the Black Star will take roughly about 50. It's because currently I'm here to get a budget from the GFA. You know, the ministry will work very closely with GFA.
So you don't have a budget and you're asking for funds?
No, listen, do I sit down until the budget comes? We have a previous experiences that we have done. We have participated in the World Cup before. Recently, we went to South Africa. We are going to play World Cup qualifier just in June. GFA, even if GFA haven't submitted their budget, I know that per the African Cup of Nations that we participated, how much did we spend in going to South Africa to go and...
So that's how you did your analysis?
No, that is how we did our budget estimate as a ministry.
And concluded that what?
And concluded that for all these tournaments and matches that we are going to play, we will not need not less than 25 million to be able to do it. To go to South Africa now.
I just want to be sure.
I said to go to South Africa now, there is no any flight that goes to South Africa.
South African
Yes.
goes to South Africa.
South Africa flies now. If you want to go to South Africa, you need to charter a plane to get to South Africa. Because of the COVID, most flights don't go. So our last match, we needed to charter a flight.
I think SAA doesn't...
Don't go. SAA don't go. Per the information I have, you can cross-check.
SAA flies through Joburg to Accra and continues to
when?
the US.
Since when?
Comes.
They used to.
They stopped?
Since the COVID, there is no any flight to South Africa because South Africa is seen as a red zone. Most countries will not want to fly their airlines to South Africa.
So you'd have to charter a flight.
So you have to charter a flight. If you are going to charter a flight, it hasn't come at a cheap cost. So and your players have to go and play in the tournament.
Good.
If they don't go, you, the media again, will come on us that Ghana has failed to lift their players to go and participate in the World Cup qualifier. And we need to get ourselves prepared for the tournament.
But you see, I still want to just get specifics. So $25 million. The impression was that it was for just the senior national team.
It's not. It's for the national teams.
Yes, now you explain that it's for the national teams. I want to know how much of the 25 is dedicated to Black Stars.
That's why I said that out of the 25 million, if we have to play in AFCON, we need to prepare. So we've set up to do 2 friendly matches, and those 2 friendly matches, and also aside that, we have to play 8 World Cup matches, and each match that we play in a World Cup qualifier will not spend less than $700,000 US dollars. $700,000 US dollars. So you are talking of the World Cup qualifier. Then the tournament itself, the AFCON tournament that we are going to play. If we have to play, and we as a nation, we need to have an ambition. We need to have an objective. What is our objective going to AFCON? Our objective is to win the cup.
So roughly 9 million plus on
the World
Cup qualifier.
Yes.
9 million out of the 25. We are left with, that will be 16.
Okay.
What happens
so
to
then you are now going to participate, like I said, I was just making a submission, that you have to then participate in the AFCON itself that we have qualified in Cameroon.
What's the budget for that?
That one, you are going to also participate in that work, and you are going to play series of matches. So you need to estimate that because you have an objective of winning the cup, so it means you are planning. When you are planning, you plan for the whole matches till the finals.
Why don't you plan to say quarterfinals?
No, you don't do that. So when you get to quarterfinals and you have qualified, where do you get the money?
You're a government, you can come up with money.
You don't, the government, you should know the government will also have a budget. You need to have a budget line.
There would be a need, urgent need at the time.
And where will the government, the Minister of Finance, go and get the money for you?
So
if there's no money, then we come to Brazil, then the minister is being lambashed for not being able to pay bonuses to players. So because of that, the player says they won't play, then the whole country becomes, instead of focusing on delivery, something you mentioned in your intro, listen, something you mentioned in your intro, that's the passion of the nation, that is bringing us together.
So you want to prepare ahead of time?
Very well.
So how much have you put aside for the AFCON?
Aside for the AFCON, we are targeting that if we have to get to the finals, $5 million should be something that we should be estimating to be able to participate in the AFCON.
$5 million.
Then we have World Cup to participate.
So 9 plus 5, that's like 14.
Yes, then you have you have World Cup to participate in if you qualified. You need to make preparation for it.
Okay. So that's what you're doing.
Yes.
There are people who think that is a misplaced priority, and that you don't even have proper training facilities for the national teams.
Listen,
in hotels and so on.
If you don't, the national team, if you are going to talk, or in my presentation yesterday, I said sports development is not just there to the individual sports. We have to talk about facilities as well. Incentives to even the athletes, the footballers. If you identify a footballer who is so talented, as a country, we should be thinking of getting them scholarships so that they can progress and go further. Yesterday. We also know that this year, we have Olympic Games to participate in. We have Tokyo Olympics coming in July. Who is talking about how to sponsor our national team? We need to send Ghana team to participate in the Olympics. Government alone cannot shoulder the sporting tournament and competition that we involve in. And it's not only Ghana government, all over the world. All over the world.
My question is more on
Sanda. No. I said all over the world, corporate institutions support sports.
Okay,
there's no deniable fact.
That's why you invited
them to help you
yesterday.
We have taken initiative to seek corporate support.
Okay.
If we're able to raise this corporate support, then we can then focus on the less endowed sports that we always cry that don't get funds. And that's
I'll ask you what commitments you've had, but I'm still interested. The question I put forth is, we don't have proper training centers, if we even have at all. And that the idea is that...
Is it proper training center for the national teams?
For the national teams, yes.
We have Accra Sports Stadium. It's a training center. They can use it as a training center.
They can reside here and train here?
Yes, they can reside. And they have to also camp. As part of the preparation, we need to camp them, and not necessarily even in Ghana. We have to, sometimes we have the experience of camping them in other jurisdictions so that they can be together. The problem about camping our players in Ghana is that most of these our players are foreign-based players. And once they come back home to camp, instead of concentrating in the training program, they rather have families, they have friends, their attentions are divided. So the plans that we, as part of our preparation to get ourselves prepared for the World Cup, we are planning to have a 10-day camp for the players before the World Cup qualifier. Because we are not going to this World Cup qualifier with the mind of going not to qualify. We are going in to go and qualify. And if we have to qualify, we need to prepare the team very well so that they can play together. They are playing different teams across the globe. And they have to be able to be kept for 10 days so that they can play some friendlies and get the rhythms among the players before we even come to play.
So Ghanaians are passionate about football.
In terms of facilities, you know, in this country, everybody knows what President Akufo-Addo have done. And I said it in Parliament that when it comes to sports infrastructure, there is no government since independence that has invested so much in sports infrastructure than Akufo-Addo's government.
Okay.
For the first time, 4 years, we have simultaneously been constructing 10 sports facilities across the country.
I think you should hold on. I'll come to sports infrastructure.
You mentioned that we don't have training facilities, and that is why I'm coming there.
No, I wanted specifically for... I'll come back to the major sports infrastructure that you have put in place.
No, because you said we don't have training facilities.
Yes.
I wanted to bring your attention that, yes, as a government, we know that sports training facilities are something that we have to provide. Okay. And government have already started.
Then take it away. Tell me what you have done so far.
So far, government, like I said.
Yes, you said you were going to build 10 multipurpose.
Right now, the 10 multipurpose sports stadiums are at the various stages of completion. Almost some of the 95%.
Which one is at 95?
The WA one is at 95. We also have one in Yendi. We have one in Navrongo. We have one in Adakulu. We have one even here in Accra here, where you can go to Azuma Nelson sports complex to go. It is there. We have one in the central region. We have one in western region. We have one in Kofodia.
And they are all 95%?
Not, they are various.
How many are 95%?
Most of them, apart from one. Apart from Yendi, the last time I checked, which was about 80% complete. Almost all of them are 90%.
You plan to finish them in December 2019.
Yes.
Why the delay if you really were committed to
we were very committed. But you know, when you give contracts to contractors, sometimes the works, you have consultants who have to go and look at it. If there's something is not going well, they need to.
It's all part of projections in construction.
Yes, but we couldn't meet the timeline. But we are still committed to make money. We are not. Apart from the allowance certificates, government paid most of the contractors.
Yes, so that's what I'm saying. So government didn't pay the contractors. That's why the delay.
No, they paid. Government paid.
So what delayed them? What delayed the construction?
To be honest on why the delay, the last time I had a meeting with a consultant, I gave a directive. I said, these projects have unnecessarily been delayed, and we are not going to condone that. So we directed all the contractors to go and finish their projects.
So you do not know when they would finish, do you?
I gave them 2 months to finish. So I gave them as a minister.
All the 10 will be finished in 2 months?
That is the directive I've given them. I gave all the consultants that you should get to the contractors that, especially those of them who are 90% and above, they should ensure that in the next 2 months, they get their works done. Most of them have to do with
If they don't, what will happen?
If they don't, then we have to get a consultant because I have to look into the contract and see if whatever clauses are in there to ensure that they don't take us for granted.
What about the ones who are under 50%? Or you don't have any under 50%?
No, we don't have any.
So it means you are assured that by June, July,
all the 10
should be ready.
They should be ready.
Does Winneba Sports College has become a training place for outsiders, we are told. What are you doing to, work on that facility?
On our manifesto in 2020, we made it clear to Ghanaians that once we get second term, we are going to ensure that we privatize the place. We get a private sector to participate in managing the facility.
Okay.
Winneba Sports Stadium is a facility that has resulted in we getting talent. Samuel Nkum and co all pass through Winneba Sports Stadium. We cannot afford to allow the place to be deteriorated.
Okay.
So the ministry and government, we are taking steps to ensure that we have a strategic partner so that we can revive the sports college. Aside that, government also in our manifesto 2020, even after we have revived Winneba Sports Stadium, we have committed to this country that we will also establish additional trade sports academies through a private sector participation. So it's something that
have you started?
We've, like I said, I've just been here for 2 months.
Okay.
We needed to have a feasibility studies done. So we have started. We are going to put out very soon and interest people who have interest to be able to participate in this, to come and help so that we have a feasibility study done and get people who will be interested, in terms of private people who will be interested to come and support for us to have. So if you are interested, Sanda,
yes,
you can also come.
No problem. I'll sell a few cows and come and
support.
So
that we can have a collaboration.
In March 2020, the Baba Yara Stadium was closed down for renovations.
Yes.
Nothing has happened more than a year on.
No, they are working. If you said nothing
when
has
would they
happened,
finish renovation?
If you said nothing has happened, it means you don't have information.
No, information is that it's not being opened for use.
Very well.
When would it be open for use?
It was closed down for renovations to go on. And per the information I have, the contractor is still on site working. The contractor, the last time I checked with him, when the place will be open for King Faisal, Kotoko to be able to use it for their premier matches, because Alhaji Guriza himself said it is costing him so much to be playing in Techima. He wants to come back home to play. So there is already pressure from the clubs. And contractor has given me the assurance that by July, latest, it should finish and hand over.
So in July, the Baba Yara Stadium will be opened?
That is what the contractor says.
That's okay. And you believe the contractor?
I won't say I believe. I have to. You know, I've just assumed.
You don't believe the contractor?
I believe the contractor, but I can't confirm what he has done until I visit the place.
So you won't put your neck on the line?
I won't put my neck. Because contractors can disappoint you sometimes.
Okay.
So what I can assure you that I've started engaging the key stakeholders, the GFA, GALCA, the National Sports Authority, even the ministry. I have to understand. We've started all this engagement, and I'll start a tour to go and see for myself what so far the work, in terms of work that they have done, where they have reached, and then hold him responsible, the contractor, to finish July as he has promised.
I like that. In 2023, we are hosting the Africa Games.
Yes.
You have promised to build a 50,000 capacity stadium.
Yes.
What's the status?
Currently, we have secured land at Boatima.
Okay.
Government have secured land through the University of Ghana has been so generous to us and given us a land just behind the Senate Flats on the Nungwa farms, just after the Nungwa farm. You know the Senate Flats there.
Yeah.
We have also started the processes of getting external funding to be able to do this construction. The processes have started. We have also inaugurated the local organizing committee, as you are aware. The president inaugurated a 9-member local organizing committee that will see to we organizing these facilities well. Aside that, we have engaged University of Ghana because their hostels will be used to accommodate these athletes that will be coming from the 54 countries that will be participating in the 25 sporting discipline that will be staging come 2023.
So we have secured land.
We have secured land.
Have we put
They've started
the single foundation block?
They've started the environmental impact assessment to be able for us to cut the sort to be able to start the actual construction. But you know that in stadium construction, it's not like most of them are fabricated stills that they will come and do install. So it's not, the contractors have assured us that if we're able to bring closer to the financial agreement and the commercial agreement, then they will have at least 24 months to be able to execute the project.
So they need 24 months, which means by 2022 it should start. When would the work start? Which month? Do you know?
I'm not sure because I don't control the process.
Okay.
The processes will involve the Ministry of Finance because they have to do the financial bit. We have to go to Parliament. We have to go to Cabinet for Cabinet to also look at what we are doing. we still have to also come back and go to PPA, go to Parliament as well. So I don't control the process. But what I can assure you, that I'm committed, government is committed in ensuring that we have the facilities that will be available for the CAM African Games 2023. Okay. Whatever government will do within our means to be able to make sure that we host the tournament, we will do so. Okay. Because since 1965, we've never had the opportunity of hosting the African Games. And this is the only opportunity we have.
So you have to
because His Excellency has already put in a team was put in place to
you have the capacity to do it, you believe?
Yeah, we have the capacity. We
sure?
have the capacity, yes.
You're begging for money.
Yeah, but it's part of the government. If I'm begging for money, it's the Ministry of Finance that have to go. They have the responsibility, per our constitution, to raise funds for execution of projects.
How much of commitments have you had so far since you launched the grand request or aid request on Monday?
Oh, we have fantastic arrangement. The finance minister is totally committed. The president himself.
So the government committed 10 million. The president said...
No, the 10 million is for AFCON, World Cup, our national team to participate in other tournaments.
Okay.
It's not part of this...
25.
I mean, you are talking of African Games.
No, I'm asking for the project you launched yesterday. What percentage of commitment have you made so far?
Okay. You're asking...
I've moved back. I moved back.
You've moved back to...
Yes, forgive me.
I
was asking how much the CEOs that came yesterday, how much have they said they'll give you?
So far, we had a very good response from the CEOs, but we are putting the figures together and we'll communicate to the public.
Mustapha, nobody has promised you anything.
No, they promised. I'm telling you.
How much?
That's what I'm saying. We are putting the figure. We've not finished.
Yes, but you can tell me that someone promised you 1,000 cities or 15 million.
I said we've not finished yet.
Let's finish what?
We are doing Friday. We are doing another one on Friday.
Okay.
Another fundraising drive on Friday.
Yes.
We have another one on Tuesday. Once we finish all this fundraising drive, and President has tasked my good self, the GFA President, Sami Kufuor, and also my deputy designate, the deputy minister designate, to come out and do the fundraising mobilization drive, so that we'll be able to raise the needed support to be able to execute all the programs and activities that we have. So once we finish, Sanda, I'll come to you. You know, I've given you opportunity.
Yes,
you are the first media house that I'm engaging. Since I assumed here.
Yes.
And I can promise you that...
You have done way better than Ezekiel, who has not granted a single interview
once
to us in 4 years. Congratulations on that.
Once I finish what we are doing, we'll come back as a team that has been tasked to raise funds for our national teams to be able to participate in the international tournament. We'll come back and let you know how much we have raised. We are going to put
a strict list. What if no one gives you money?
If no one gives you, I'll come back and say, unfortunately, we've gone on the market to look for corporate sponsorship. We didn't get anything.
That's actually my hook, because I want to come back and ask you.
But I want you, as a media house, to support the ministry. Support the ministry in telling the corporate institutions to support our national teams to participate. Because you mentioned in your intro that the only thing that brings this country together is sports. It's not even football. You said football. It's not only football that brings us together.
Okay.
Every sporting activity, be it bicycle competition, be it basketball competition, will bring this country together. And that is what we want as a country. And the media should support the ministry to make sure that the corporate institutions even give us more than the 25 million we are asking, so that we can put the training facilities that we are asking that we don't have to be able to do that.
This is Face to Face on City TV. My guest is the Minister for Sports. Now, Ghanaians are passionate about sports, but they are not blindly passionate. That's why they saw what happened in Brazil. They wept a lot, were angry with the national team. Is the ministry really sure that the money they are planning to sink into these games is really worth it and it will excite Ghanaians as much as it did in the past? Stay with us.
City TV is live on DSTV. Go to channel 363. On GoTV, access City TV on channel 182. On a digital TV, please press the menu button on the remote control and run a new search on your TV. Take note that without an antenna, you cannot access City TV on your television. City TV can be accessed on a free-to-air digital box like the GoTV and Star Times box. City TV, it's your world.
You're welcome back to Face to Face. My name is Umaru Sanda. My guest is the Minister for Sports, Honorable Mustapha Ussif. You're asking for this, and forgive me if I'm belaboring the point on the money, but are you sure Ghanaians will really forgive you or have forgiven the Black Stars in particular and that whole Brazil fiasco? This money that you're asking for, should people really be happy? Have you spoken to the hearts of Ghanaians, trying to get them to love the Black Stars again?
Let me tell you, Ghanaians are not worried about what we give the Black Stars, but Ghanaians are worried about how accountable that we are going to be with them, because they want to also ensure that whatever we are giving the Black Star, we get something back for it. And I share the views of Ghanaians that going forward, the Black Stars, whatever that the country will squeeze to be able to mobilize for them, we will need resource coming from them. So what I've decided to do, that as going to AFCON and also even going to the other various competitions that I've mentioned, a technical team should be put together, a team should be put together to look at compensation, whether bonuses or whatever about our national teams, a comprehensive one. So that at the time, it's not then when we are ready to go for AFCON, then we come on the round table and be discussing about bonuses and allowances when we are supposed to be focusing in our training, the strategy that we are going to go forward to be able to win the cup. Then we are discussing something that is not relevant. So we are going to move away from that regime. So a technical team will be put in place. They will make recommendations. And this technical team will engage the players. They will engage the public. They will engage key stakeholders so that we have a blueprint. When we have a blueprint, everybody agree with it. And I believe that, speaking to majority of Ghanaians, they want performance-based emolument, performance-based compensation, or performance-based bonuses. So that if you are going for a tournament, whatever you are able to give back to the country, Ghanaians, even if whatever you are asking for, if we
so
have
that's
it,
accountability.
we will be able to get it for you.
Isaac Esiama, when he was Minister for Sports, came to Parliament and gave a wishy-washy explanation of how the $4.5 million that was expended in 2019 on the AFCON was. He promised to come back with further details. He's left office now. You have succeeded him. You are asking for a higher figure of 25 million. Not
only for
yes,
AFCON,
yes, but AFCON is inclusive.
For other competitions.
If your successor in the same government could not account for 4.5, what's the guarantee that you can account for 25 million?
We are different species, and like you mentioned, I'm not privy to. By then, I wasn't in Parliament. I don't know the information he gave out to Parliament, of which you are saying that he couldn't give details and promise of giving further details. I'm not aware about that.
You are aware. You were asked that question at the vetting, and you promised to work on it.
What I said, the Parliament never said he never brought. They said he never brought additional information. They asked that if I come and there is information on it, will I make the information public? I said, why not?
Okay.
This is a public office.
So have you found any information since you
Once it's a public office, then I have an opportunity to have the public is demanding for information. I should be able to give the public that information.
Since you came
going
to occupy
forward,
his desk.
let me tell you, I said going forward, what I can assure you, I can assure you is that every penny that is given to us towards our sporting competition that we are going to engage in, Sanda, you can take it from me. There will be straight accountability.
Okay.
They will be devoid of wastage.
Okay.
We ensure that we come back to you. If you are chattering like the last time we went to South Africa to go and play our qualifier for AFCON, we chartered a flight, and the flight cost us almost $140,000.
Okay, you let us know.
So if you have it, I will let you have it.
No problem.
This is how much I paid.
That's
This is the receipt.
What about the past?
I've just told you what I did. So if you want it, we'll give you the receipt, and you can cross-check from the airline.
I'm very happy with your transparency, but when
I'll give it to you.
When you open the
if
drawers,
you can get me cheaper flight to take my players to South Africa, please bring your flight.
No problem.
We'll take them.
I'm not challenging you. Is it the same desk that Isaac Esiama sat behind?
Yes.
Did you open the drawer to see if he has an explanation of the 4.5 million?
If you, it's something that, like I said, I've not finished my engagement.
So you don't have the breakdown?
Definitely, there is a handing over note I've come across how much. Even now, as we speak, there are still other commitments that we are supposed to pay as a ministry because of Egypt.
So it'll be more than 4.5?
So I have to sit down finish and know the commitment, because some airlines, travel agents are on us to pay some monies that I'm not sure. So there will be full audit for me to be able to ascertain whether indeed what those institutions or organizations are asking us to pay, indeed I have to pay. Because I know that a lot of agencies or companies, whatever, have come and said, oh, you owe us this, you owe us this. I cannot just be sitting here and paying. And
is that in addition to the 4.5?
I'm not sure.
Okay, you don't know?
No, because the 4 it could be that the 4. That's why I said there will be a proper audit. And 2 months have come.
Didn't he leave behind, your successor, the MP for Ichuma Mponia, didn't he leave behind hard documents for you to see that on Kenke we spent 1 cedi, on football jersey?
I've not cited the document. If something that you have drawn my attention, maybe I'll look into it.
Is it not in your handing over notes?
The handover note will come out to say that we participated in maybe Egypt.
And we spent 4.5.
Mostly not necessarily that, because the details have to be, because like I said,
you're a member of parliament. Accountability is key in the house.
Of course, that's why I just gave you accountability.
That's for you. You have promised. I just want to know. So you have promised that, but you don't think that we should know what your successor really did, or maybe your ministry, not you necessarily.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That even as you speak, even as you speak now, there are still is it the Ghana embassy? Ghana embassy in Egypt still brought a bill of $332,000 that we are supposed to pay, that they pre-finance certain accommodations for us to be able to play. Those details have come to our attention. And these are all things that I have to make sure that we do a proper audit and make sure that whoever says we are owing the person, it is true that we are owing. Then we know how much, whether it was part of the budget, or whether even the 4.5 million, whether everything was released to the ministry. It's another question.
When can we get to know this information?
The question that the 4.5, whether everything was even released to the ministry, is another question.
Or whether even they spent more is another question. When can we know this as a matter of fact? Do you have a timeline?
I can't give you a timeline because, like I said...
you should be able to give us a timeline.
No, I can't.
If you're doing an audit, auditors know how long they take.
Yeah, so I said we've not had a true picture yet. I'm going to, what I intend doing is to do an audit to see how much... Yes. So if I put in the audit team and they finish the audit, if you want information, I will let you.
But I don't know when this will be done.
For right now, we are engaging the stakeholders. Let me finish with my plan. I have a plan. Okay. Once I finish the plan
should have a timeline.
Yes, but as part of the audit, I've not even inaugurated a team that will do this exercise.
When will you do that?
I've not set a date yet for to do, so I can't give you the...
Australia visa scandal is a big blot on this government. Many people want to see more. Is there anything we should see from you or hear from you?
Australia visa scandal. Yeah. You are a journalist, yes, and you need the police was investigating it. Yes. If you want information, you can go to the police.
Honorable Mustapha Ussif, new Minister for Sports, Youth and Sport. A lot of the time in the past, Minister for Sport never finished their tenure. Always a scandal, apart from Isaac Isiama. Can you promise me and the people of Yagaba Kubori that there will be no scandal, nothing about...
What I can assure you that I will be accountable to the people of this country. His Excellency has given me opportunity to serve, and I'll do my best to serve with transparency, honesty, and integrity. That assurance you can be given from me. But people, whatever people will say about me, it's up to them.
They said there are mafias at this ministry.
I'm not sure about any mafia. So far, I've been here for 2 months. The people here are lovely people.
No mafia, nothing.
I'm telling you, so far...
No dwarfs moving around offering
so far, the people I've met here, and I can tell you that the people I've met here have been so nice to me. I have an open mind. Whoever have any mafia tactics here, with time, we will discover it. But for me, I came here with an open mind to work with the people here, to ensure that we deliver on the mandate that His Excellency has given us, ensuring that we develop the sports, ensuring that we develop the youth. The ministry is not only Ministry for Sports. You mentioned Ministry of Youth and Sports, yes, but in your submissions, yes, we didn't talk much about the youth. We talked about national service. Who are the future? Who are the future of this country?
We'll do another episode of this interview.
Organize it.
Thank you so much for speaking to us.
Thank you
That's
so much.
The Minister for Youth and Sports, Member of Parliament, Yagaba Kubori, Honorable Mustapha Ussif. My name is Umaru Sanda. It's been great coming your way on Face to Face. Stay with City TV. It's your world.